What's up, guys? So I had this crazy idea. Ever since I haven't taken these off since I've put them on my TFT charge pipe and inlets in it. They were polished. It's just I'll try to get a better view of this, and they just kind of, I mean, they've seen a lot of grime and everything from the road coming up. Just they need a little bit of love. So what I was thinking I'm gonna do is pull these off, polish them up, see what I can do with them. See how much better they look when I get done. Just trying to help clean up this whole engine bay, just like I kind of cleaned up those. They used to be sticking out way up here in front of that coil. It looks a lot better right there. So all right then, well, let me get these off and I will show you my process of polishing these things up. This is a 10mm bolt. You will need a deep socket. I can go ahead and, as you can see, I have this tiny little line for my tile blow off valve. I need to get the, I'm not sure what, I don't think I'm getting the Vader solution one. I think that BMS has one that goes, it attaches right here and it just kind of extends out this far. Then this line right here attaches to that piece that they provide, and then it has actually like 3 ports that you can actually use. You just screw in the barb fitting you need, which it actually provides, and then it has plugs for the other holes. That gives you the size that you need to run the proper size vacuum line. So we will get to that in time. That will be soon. Either that or I'm gonna do the tapping right here, which it's right there, which isn't that hard. So I really don't want to tap into that plastic just in case it's brittle, and this solution will work much better without me having to do that. So I'm probably gonna go that route. But first off, so I want to get these lines removed. Let's see here. I've got my 10mm. Gonna unscrew that right there. I just need it loose enough to take off, which is probably about right there. Let's see here. Yeah, that's loose enough. Alright, so then we're also gonna want to get this loose. Let's see if I remember. See something here. Alright, so you see that little clip right there? Right. It's hard to make it out, but it's right at the bottom down there. You gotta lift that up and pull. So I'm gonna need both hands for that, so let me get to that. Once you lift that clip, then it's got basically right here. See, it's hard to get that good image of it right there. Come on, camera. Oh, look, come back. Yeah, you see, it's got that little lip right there, and so yeah, you just gotta lift the clip up and then pull this out. Alright, so I got that loose, so I can pull the blow off valve with it. And so yeah, I just gotta undo these connections right here, and I'm gonna take this thing out and clean that one up, and I'm gonna do it piece by piece. So here is my charge pipe, my blow off valve, obviously. Here is the pipe that actually connects right here and goes down to my intercooler. As you can see, I forgot to video me actually cleaning it. What I used was take a little bit of this right here and I spray it on a rag, wipe it down, but after you wipe it down, it kind of leaves it a little oily, so then I go back with another rag, wipe off that oily residue so that it's nice and just normal. I hate that oily look to it, so I went ahead and took that off. I cleaned up all of my, so yeah, I cleaned up all of these. They're all nice and cleaned up too. Let me get that right. There we go. So I did that to both of them, both nice and clean. Gonna go ahead and install these back in place. Obviously they go in this. I want to wipe up my throttle body there a little bit as well before I get there. So let's go ahead and we'll use this rag I have here. Oop, covering y'all up. All right, so just want to wipe just a little bit of this stuff off. Just kind of cleaning it up. A little bit here. Cleaning anything that, you know, just sitting there. There we go. Nice and clean. Alright, so let me get this installed because I need 2 hands and I'll get back. I also went ahead and cleaned my mass airflow sensor since it had a bit of oil on it. I need to get a catch can for this thing. That is the next purchase that I buy. I have to get they recommend the high flow, high volume one from BMS, Burger Motorsports. So I'm gonna look into getting that one here very shortly. But I just used some CRC mass airflow cleaner. It evaporates quickly. It looks good, looks 1,000 times better already. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this back in, and yeah, it goes right here. Boom. Pop that in and get this thing back in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop these off. Do the same thing I just did over here, over on that side. As you see, I got one of the pipes back in. So, all right. Oh yeah, she looks a lot better now. Look at all that shine. Everything's so shiny and clean now. It's the way it should be. It really pops from up here now. So alright, now we're gonna go ahead and pop these off. So you can go ahead and pop my air filters off, pop this line off. Then the difficult part of, well, they don't look too bad. They're just screw. And I gotta get to right there. You can just see it right there. And then obviously I'm gonna take loose that screw. I don't think I'm gonna get to that pipe back there, because I mean that was a pain in the butt to get to begin with. But you don't really see that, so I'm gonna work on the ones that you can actually see. So alright then. Use this little 5-in-1 screwdriver. You can see it's been used a lot, but I believe this size fits, so let's see. And it does, just barely though. And that's all I need though, it's just barely. And let's see, let's go ahead and get this one right back over here too. There we go. Geez guys, it is windy today. Just me and my brothers and sisters got my mom some Corinthian bells. Oh man, those things sound fantastic. They sound just like church bells. It's crazy. They're a bit pricey, but you know, mama's worth it. Alright, let's see here. Alright, this one should fit this one. I swapped ends on my 5-in-1 to the bigger one. Just gotta take those. There we go. They don't take much to get these off. I'll just set those out of the way. Boom. Yeah, I'm just gonna set them right up there, out of the way. Oh yeah, look at these things. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I just gotta take them off and clean them. I'm gonna need a longer flathead to get down to that one down. Yeah, that one right there. That screwdriver just wasn't doing it. So let me go find one. I'm gonna get them off. I'm gonna take that screw off and I'm gonna take them loose. I also have to get an Allen wrench for that screw right here, and probably a wrench to hold this nut on the back side of it. And then I'll get that off and I'll show you. Show you how I cleaned the last ones. This time I'll actually show you me cleaning these. They are prior to being cleaned. You can see they've been on the car for a while. They got some grime on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean these up. So I'm gonna do it the same way I did the others, and I'm gonna use some of this. I'm gonna spray it on this rag right here, and then I'm gonna wipe them down. Obviously I'm gonna need 2 hands for that. And so as you can see the before, and let's see the after. So they are much cleaner. As you can see, everything is much cleaner. And so this rag, very dirty. It has cleaned a lot of stuff. I went ahead while I was in here. I just went ahead and kind of cleaned up some of the other stuff here. Wiped off all that oily residue that it leaves. Probably going to do the same thing to this right here. And of course, obviously, wipe off the oily residue because I can't stand that. And then it just kind of gets dirtier faster because, I mean, oil catches any kind of debris. So, yeah, I like to keep that off. But I'm going to get these back on and I'll show you the finished project. Went ahead and cleaned everything up. You see how shiny all that stuff is now? Much shinier than it was. Much shinier than it was. All right, phone, quit focusing. Quit focusing. All right, and so you can see all that stuff is nice and shiny now too. And I went ahead and cleaned up my cover, my engine cover. There we go. It was just wanting to just fit. But yep, she's all nice and clean. You get a good upwards view of it. Yeah, beautiful. It needs to do, I don't really need new air filters, but I mean, I just cleaned them the other day. You can still see they're a bit red. Yeah, like it was deceiving. Looked like it was dirty there for a second. But yeah, I'm gonna end up putting my cover back on right here. Just because when water runs down, I don't want it coming into my engine bay, and without that cover there, it comes through right here and it's boop, right into there. And same over there and right there and over there. It just sends water straight into my engine compartment, and I'd rather it not be there. So probably in the next few days I'll put it back. But alright guys, well that's it. Cleaned my TFT system up. She's pretty and shiny again. So if you have some TFTs, they are just as easy. They're very easy to pull off and clean up. So I recommend it. Makes everything look good. And I mean, heck, while you're at it, you might as well go ahead and clean up your mass airflow sensor if you have some of that cleaner. So, alright guys, well that's gonna be it. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye. So one other thing to know, I disconnected my negative battery cable whenever I was doing it because I'm so close to the alternator, and it kind of sparked whenever I was trying to take the piping off. So I disconnected my negative battery terminal. So one thing to know, if you do disconnect your negative battery terminal, whenever you cut your car back on the first time, it will it'll show you your traction lights on, you'll have a brake light on, and then it'll say 4x4 with a partial arrow circle thing going around it. Do not worry about that. That's a-okay. Just take it for a short ride. Mine, before I even got out of my driveway, it had reset. So don't worry about that. It's a-okay. Just letting you know.